Welcome back. You're still watching In the Game. I am Favour Itua. Well, now goes, of course, straight to the world of football to talk about the CAF Confederations Cup, where Nigeria's representative, Bendel Insurance, progressed to the second round of the CAF Confederations Cup after they lost the game 1-0, but on aggregate it was 1-1. And then the game went straight to penalties, where Bendel Insurance got that particular one. 4-3 finished on penalties, and Obasoje, the goalkeeper of Bendel Insurance, was the hero in that particular one. He saved the penalty during the course of the game, and of course saved another penalty during the penalty shootout in that particular one. Let's enjoy some highlights before we go straight to the topic of discussion.
سهل للحارس لكنها أو تحصل عليها على مرتين. شوف هذه المحاولة على مرتين، لسوء الحظ أن المتابعة لم تكن أو أن الحارس كان أسرع في المرة الثانية. ويلا السخ إلى التماس.
All right, Bendel Insurance there against Algeria's Aso Chlef. Now to talk about their campaign, of course, the game that went down yesterday in Algeria, and also the chances of Bendel Insurance and other Nigerian team. As a sports journalist based in Lagos, Nigeria, Chris Emenyonu joins us this morning live. Good morning to you, Chris. How are you doing? Happy Sunday.
Good morning, Steve. Happy Sunday to you. So I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very, very well. Good times for Nigerian football, especially for Bendel Insurance, where, of course, they were able to go past Aso Chlef of Algeria. A lot of persons did not see this coming as a result of the antecedents of Nigerian clubs when they go away to play North African teams. I mean, your take on yesterday's game, Bendel Insurance through to the next round of the CAF Confederations Cup.
And to be very honest, you're right. I'm one of those that didn't give Insurance a chance to North Africa. Like you said, history, whenever we go to North Africa, especially Algeria, Tunisia, and Egypt, has been very poor. And on that antecedent, I thought it was going to be very difficult for Insurance to get something out of it, because I know that they're not a very good scoring side, but they're a very defensive side. So we saw what happened last season, where Bashir were very close, but were undone by a very controversial penalty. And this year, I thought it would be the same for Insurance. But they went there, showed us that playing low blocks can be very helpful at times. And they did that yesterday. Although they lost the game by a long goal, a goal they could have avoided as well if they were very composed defensively. But then they went to penalties and they had that goalkeeper to thank. It was just something unbelievable. I said to my colleagues, a friend of mine, that it was just the luck of football and the God of soccer just behind Bendel Insurance yesterday. It could have gone worse for them. They were not really offering anything on the attack, but defensive wise, they were very compact and very organized. It just went there. Kudos to Monday Odigi, the coach of the side. He trusted in his philosophy, and that has really helped them qualify to the second round of the qualification. Let's see how it goes for them. But it's great to see Bendel Insurance after 25 years get into the second round of qualification.
All right, Chris, how much of boost or how much of of this win for Bendel Insurance going into the next round would that be for other Nigerian club sides who will be playing today, the likes of Enyimba and Remo Stars? How much of Bendel Insurance win would that rub off on the duo of Enyimba and Remo Stars?
A lot, absolutely a lot. It's going to give the other teams a lot of confidence going into today's games. When you see one of your teams that was very good last season, going away to North Africa, getting not just a point or any sort of result, a qualification against the North African side, and you playing at home in Nigeria, you have the fans back in. You just have to score goals and get games from. I think it's will rub off a lot on them. The confidence level definitely will be a little in those teams in goals, same as Remo Stars. So we're looking at what Insurance did yesterday. They definitely will be telling themselves, we can do this and more because we are playing on the home soil.
How far can Bendel Insurance go? Bendel Insurance at the moment will be playing RS Berkane, if I'm correct, at the moment in the next round, and they play RS Berkane of Morocco, difficult opponent. I mean, do you think they can go all the way to the group stage of the CAF Confederations Cup?
That's a step so many for insurance, if I must say. I should be optimistic because I'm a Nigerian, but looking at the way Bendel Insurance do play, I don't see them do have a hope against RSB Berkane. Berkane are a very known name when it comes to African football. You look at the 2020 winners of the CAF Competition Cup, 2021 winners of CAF Competition Cup here in Nigeria and Rio, and the antecedents club competitions have been a very good one. And for insurance, like I said earlier, goal scoring has been one of the problems. Even when they played in Benin last weekend, they only found it at the net once. So playing at on the continent, it's going to be very difficult for them as it is fitness. But then it's football. What do you think happened actually? I remember Korea United defeated Aris Berkane in Lagos last year, 3-0. So they didn't survive in the second leg, but it still can happen. It's football. The luck that they enjoyed yesterday might just fall on them again. Next 2 weeks when they play Aris Berkane, we never can say. But to be realistic, I don't see insurance actually qualifying through the stages of the CAF Confederations Cup.
Wow. All right, Chris is not optimistic about Bendel Insurance chances of qualifying. But let's move straight to Remo Stars and Enyimba International. Today is the day. Their destiny lies in their hands. Talking about Enyimba International, will be playing against Al Ahly Benghazi in Aba, in Abia State, while Remo Stars will be up against Mediama SC of Ghana. Both teams need to, at least for Remo Stars, 1 unreplied goal or 2 unreplied goals, while for Enyimba International, 1 unreplied goals. They are through to the next round. How possible would this be for the two sides when they take on the respective clubs in Africa?
Well, I think for Enyimba, like you said, just need a goal unreplied to qualify to the next round. And I think they have that in their arsenal. They went all the way to Libya last weekend, scored 3 goals, even though they considered 4 goals that could have been avoided. But coming at home now, they have the fans back in, they have more confidence in more familiar terrain, and they have the goals in them. I think it's just going to be a matter of how many goals they can score tonight. I do see them actually scoring about 2-3 goals, not just a goal for Enyimba, but they have Joseph Atule, Chisom, who scored goal in the first leg. Atule also scored. Atule also made assists, two assists actually in the last weekend game. So I do think they have goals in them. The only question is how would they be composed defensively in this game? They need to be steady-wise defensively, not to concede unnecessary goals like he did last weekend. If they can't do that, it's going to be a matter of how many goals they can score up front. For Remo Stars, they need 2 goals. And Remo Stars over the past year have not really scored so much goals at home or away. I think they really managed to score only 3 goals in the last season of the MPFL. And then coming into this season, even though they've added so many strikers to their squad, Sikiru Alimi, Isaac James, Samad Kadiri, which are household names in the MPFL, they're still finding it very difficult to score goals. And I think going into this game, that's one problem they need to solve, goal scoring. If they can't do that, I think it's just a matter of how many goals they can score as well. Sikiru Alimi has got the experience. Samad Kadri has also got the experience. These 2 players, this is a step up for Remo Stars to score goals in this game. Like you said, 2 unreplied goals. If they can't get that, they get to the next round of the competition. But the question is, can they really score goals? I'm hoping they do, because it will give them a lot of chances going into the next round. Last year was lack of experience, but they lost at home to Asfar Rabat from Morocco. But this year, they have the experience now. They have a better squad, a larger squad, a lot of more experiences. I'm just hoping they can score goals and win this game against Mediama of Ghana.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. Before I let you go, now this information was brought to the world some days ago that Saudi Arabia would host the CAF Super Cup final between Al Ahly of Egypt and, of course, USM Alger in Saudi Arabia. I mean, Saudi Arabia, yes, we know they are really, really pushing when it comes to sport and when it comes to football. Do you think it's a right move for African Super Cup to go away from the African continent to be played in Saudi Arabia?
I do think so. I think it's a right move, actually. Like you said, Saudi Arabia trying to open up their economy, trying to open up their sport terrain to every part of the world. And they're taking the path of Qatar and what Qatar did in 2019, between 2019 and 2021, where they hosted the CAF Super Cup on 3 occasions. Saudi Arabia also doing that part. It's just like Saudi Arabia trying to copy the template of Qatar in hosting the World Cup. And I won't be surprised if Saudi Arabia do bid for the World Cup biddings in 2030 or 2034. But for Africa going out of their continent to play the CAF Super Cup, I think it will bring a lot of friendliness between two continents, the Arab world and the African continent, and when it comes to football. In the agreement they both signed, the two football federations signed, it was just to help each other's football grow better, and that's why they signed the deal. And I think it's actually good for African football to be exposed to sort of environment, exposed to this sort of facilities that they have outside Africa. Although the North African teams do have good facility, good football facilities, but other parts of the Arab continent, West Africa especially, do not have these facilities. And I think it's actually good for them to actually be able to win these club competitions, continent competitions, and be able to enjoy these facilities out of the country. I think it's actually good. Saudi Arabia, you can see the import of European players into their country as well. They also want to just take a clue also for Africa to bring sort of friendliness both from the European scene and from the African scene into their country, and it will help them grow sports-wise.
All right, thank you very much, Chris, for your time, and we hope that when it comes to tonight or when it comes to tomorrow, we will be saying at least all club sides of Nigeria are through to the next round of either the CAF Champions League or the CAF Confederations Cup. We hope, but of course, it's not just about hope; it's just also about utilizing the chances. Thank you very much for your time, Chris.
Thank you for having me, Favour.